Hey dudes, welcome to Splat from the Past, the only 80s themed horror and sci-fi show where things can get totally radical. Now today, I will be welcoming back my good friend, the awesomely special and always hilarious Elizabeth Croydon. I'm having her back on the podcast today to talk about something very unique, a very unique topic that I rarely ever get to talk about on this podcast with other comedians, and that is chuckle-fucking. For those of you that don't know what a chuckle-fucker is, it's basically a female comedy groupie, somebody who has sex with other comedians. And I thought this would be a really funny topic for us to discuss since it just came up, and I know that Liz was due for another podcast with me, so I thought that this would be a really good idea to talk about. And I'm pretty excited. Elizabeth is so awesome. So, here is my new interview with Elizabeth Croydon.
Hello.
What's up, Elizabeth?
Hey, Tommy. How's it going?
Pretty good.
Everybody?
What's up?
I was just saying hi to everyone listening to your podcast.
Oh, yes. Welcome back to the show. Everything's great.
Thanks.
It's fucking hot over here.
How fucking hot?
Well, it says it's like 85, but it seems more like 105.
Oh, that's almost as hot as Sam Kinison's green room with 36 strippers in it.
That's a perfect analogy, yes.
Very hot, very sweaty.
Very hot, very
Things
sweaty.
are moving. You might grab something, you don't know what it is.
Did you ever get to experience that?
Hot. No, not yet, but I am hoping that the male cast of Chippendales will grace one of my shows and appreciate my work. I do support politically erect men that aren't afraid to make a stand. So that would just be grand. I could experience that. But then it sounds like I'm calling for a giant gangbang, and that's not exactly what I'm looking for. So I don't want to be too bawdy.
Yeah, I'm a big fan.
I'm looking for a long-term husband. Everything that Tommy and I say today may or may not be held against me, but some of it may not be my view. I'm just saying. We're talking about a very serious subject, right? The evolution of the chuckle-fucker.
Yeah. So, oh my God. So we've been in comedy for a long time, and we've seen, girls come up to like male comics after the show and stuff. I mean, what do you make of that?
Girls come up to the male comics and female comics. Girls, guys, couples, chuckle-fuckers run in all genders, sizes, shapes, approaches. I think that the people that chase the chuckle like laughter in their sex life, and that's not necessarily a bad thing.
Yeah.
I mean, some people may shy from laughter in the bedroom, but, I welcome it.
Yeah. It's funny because the males, they always strike out with the female comics because the females are just there to do their stand-up and then leave. They don't want to be hit on.
Are they? Is that just the front that my sex puts up? Those who know don't say, those who say don't know. Who's zooming who? Isn't that a pop song? Everybody wants to know.
Aretha Franklin, yeah.
Yeah, see? We don't know. I certainly am at this point scouring my audience for future permanent man hunks in my life. I'm not going to discriminate just because they pay to cover. I will discriminate about whether or not they will take off their shirt and lift something heavy and look good doing it. I will. I'll objectify, no doubt.
What does a millennial say when he wants to go to Canada? Hi, is there a cover?
Hey. Yeah, well, God bless the chuckle fucker. Now, I guess you're specifically talking about fangirls who, are hot to trot with the Elvises of the comedy world.
Yes.
God bless them. Some of them are smart. Some of them are stupid. Some of them are polite. Some of them are not. Some of them recognize the female comedian. Some of them don't.
I got to interview the 80s porn star Christy Canyon, and she was a chuckle fucker at the Comedy Store in the late 80s.
Well, she must have done a lot of chuckling.
Oh, you want me to name names?
Sure, go ahead. It's your podcast.
Oh, she had Andrew Dice Clay, Sam Kinison, Robin Williams, Paul Rodriguez. She wanted Louis Anderson, but he's gay, so she didn't get Louis Anderson.
Well, good for her for trying.
Yeah. Oh my God.
A woman hits a certain masculine tone, who knows? She might persuade someone to sway, at least for the night or for that half hour. It's been known to happen. I mean, they might not come out and admit it, but...
Yeah, I heard Mark Maron say that she got with Steve Pearl, and I asked her if that was true, and she denied it.
Well, no one will ever know the truth about anyone's chuckle-fucking history. Probably the men who have wanted to fuck me and have not boast of me fucking them, and the men I have fucked probably do not boast at all. At least I would like to hope so. Keeping it, on the down low between the, chuckle fucker and the chuckle fucky, of which I would like to say I have been on both sides, just like top and bottom.
Yeah.
So, what else is going on?
I personally, I never got to fuck a comedy groupie, but I did get with one comedian once in the first couple of months I was doing comedy.
But you are open to chuckle fuckers applying for your fan club.
Of course, but I
Have you heard the song that Butterman has done? Do you know Butterman?
No, who's Butterman?
He is a fabulous comedian in the Los Angeles area. You got to look him up. Buttah, Butterman. You can find him on social media under the handle All Things Buttah. And he has a single that has just been released, dropped to iTunes and all the other things, called Chuckle Fucker. Or, if he needs to do clean advertising, Chuckle Lover.
Chuckle Lover.
I'd like that even better. Chuckle Lover. I guess they're, Chuckle Cuddlers.
Chuckle Cuddlers.
Chuckle Huggers.
Chuckle Ticklers.
Chuckle Ticklers, yeah, man. All of the above and then some, I'm sure. Chuckle Peggers. I'm sure there's like a whole chuckle hub to go to for the spectrum of chuckling.
Yeah, that's.
I don't know. You never know these things. You never learn who the first chuckle fucker was. I mean, clearly, chuckle fucking is an ancient tradition. Maybe it's the first chick court chick in the royal courts of Europe who banged the king's fool, because he was bigger than the king that night. We don't know who the first chuckle fucker was. Maybe it was a fangirl, who did Stanley and Oliver. We don't know, because the chuckle fucker is never well sung. The chuckle fucker is anonymous. We only know the comedians.
Right.
I mean, with the exception of the porn star that you spoke with. I may or may not have confessed to chuckle-fucking here on your podcast. We don't know. We don't know if anything I have to say is true. That's not been verified. Just like it depends on what is. And I guess Monica Lewinsky is like the anti-chuckle fucker.
Yeah, I would agree.
But yeah, not well sung. The guys have yet to get together and select who the best chuckle fucker is that they've had, and I'm sure that there are those chuckle fuckers out there who make the rounds. I'm sure there's a big circuit that they tour on. Maybe in the same room. I don't know. I know I've been the only woman booked with 3 or 4 men in a condo, and I felt like I was cock-blocking them from watching porn. Was I cock-blocking the chuckle fucker from entering and blowing them all? Could be. They were very polite. I appreciated it. Put that on the balcony under the stars to listen to the ocean. Maybe that's when they snuck the chuckle fuckers in. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'd like to see more male chuckle fuckers. I'll tell you that. I'm not.
Of course.
I wouldn't mind that at all. Especially the wealthy stockbroker male chuckle fuckers looking for short, big-breasted women with strong opinions about politics. Those guys, yeah, bring them.
Yeah. Oh my God. When's the last time you got laid?
Well, it's been a while.
Yeah, I can relate.
I'm going to say, when was the last time you got laid?
It's been quite a while, I have to say.
Years, decades. I once knew a woman who hadn't been laid in 12 years.
About 4 years since my car accident.
Oh, that's a bachelor's degree in celibacy. Woo.
Yeah.
That is, that's, yeah. Are you going for your master's? You're trying to break it. What do you think? Have you been actively seeking? Have you been looking for the chuckle fuckers?
Not really. I just been, focused on, my career and stuff. But, I do a lot of masturbating, so that makes up for it.
Well, there you go. You're your own chuckle fucker. You laugh at your own jokes, and you turn yourself on.
Yes.
Oh, that's great. That's great.
Yeah. If the opportunity does arise, I'll go for it, but I'm not pursuing it,
There you go. Well, let's see. What am I pursuing right now? I am stage managing the summer musical for the Skiptown Playhouse, 25th annual Putnam County Spelling Bee, which is an immersive musical comedy choreographed by Vincenzo Carubia, and Ali Trasher is our director. Mm-hmm. And it is really fun working with the cast. That keeps my days busy. We open in August, and we're giving 5% of our box office to the Global Superhero Initiative. You can visit them at globalsuperheroinitiative.org. They're an amazing charity which is seeking to gamify for good. So say you're tired of watching chuckle-fucking on Pornhub and you'd like to do something to help the world. You could go to your Global Superhero Initiative app and pick a charity out of hundreds to game for. And you would gamify for good deeds. Like, say, you game to go help multiple sclerosis, and the money that you spent on the game went to the MS Society instead of to some for-profit game app. And it would stimulate people to do random good deeds around the world and help people become bigger heroes. So we're super excited to partner with them.
Nice.
And you can get tickets at Eventbrite at skiptownplayhouse.com. And if that doesn't stimulate chuckle fuckers looking for smart mouth, big breasted brunette who likes to stage manage during the day and tell jokes at night. I am also writing and the official sidekick for Small Talk Live with Lila Hart, which is a podcast that tapes every Saturday night at the Skiptown Playhouse. And I'm super excited to be a sidekick because we don't have to sit in the limelight. We have more time to entertain chuckle-fuckers. Once again, you may inquire within. My Twitter handle is eCroydon, Croy, because I like handsome man hunks in my life, EON. And you can find me at Elizabeth Croydon on Instagram, or you can watch my movie on Amazon Prime, Underbelly Blues. So let's go back to the chuckle-fucking discussion. Who have you fucked in comedy? Have you lingered at the doors of any ladies? Have you offered yourself up as a male chuckle-fucker?
I've had sex with one open mic comedian when I first started. I won't say her name because she's out in L.A. now, but she's a good friend of mine.
Very chivalrous and of course courteous and the right thing to do.
Yeah, well, she told me, she said, you can talk about the night that we spent together, just don't name me. And so I said,
all
okay.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I'd been doing comedy maybe a month and a half, something like that, and she saw me, she thought I was cute, she thought I was funny. She was the first one to give me some advice on what to do and stuff, and she told me that...
In sex or in jokes?
In jokes.
Oh, okay. All right.
She told me I had really good stage presence, really good charisma. I just needed to work on my jokes more, and eventually I did. It took me a long time, but eventually I did it, and I never forgot that.
Right on.
And
did you get defensive when she gave the advice, or did you get turned on when she gave you the advice?
I didn't get turned on by that because at that age, at 23, I was very overweight at the time, and I just didn't have that much confidence. It just went in one ear and went out the other. But then I never forgot it.
I bet there are many comedians out there who have missed many chuckle-fucking opportunities due to not looking at the signs and interpreting them correctly. If only they had, their mind out of their self-loathing esteem.
Yeah.
Maybe they could have gotten the pussy.
Yeah.
No, don't say. Those who say don't know. Is it a missed opportunity? Was there an opportunity at all? We don't know.
Yeah. So she took me to the house that she was renting a room in, and we had really good sex that night. And then the next morning, we had morning sex, and then she made me breakfast.
Well, dang, that's a good deal.
Yeah.
That is a definite badonkadonk date. That is someone who definitely thought you were funny.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was very lucky with that, and I thought I was going to put her in the hospital because I bit her clit really hard.
Ouch! All right, well, you're off my list. You are off my list. I do not take biters. Just so your fans out there know, no biters invited. No.
Oh no, she requested it.
Her name.
She requested it.
Oh, no.
I don't bite.
Doesn't matter. No biters on my list. She requested it, huh? She was like, bite me. Bite me. Wow.
I am the...
Oh, she's definitely hardcore. Definitely hardcore.
I'm the king of finger bang, though.
Are you?
Yes.
Is that written on... What comedy club is that written on? What wall of what bathroom of what comedy club is that written on? Can you verify?
It was actually written on the walls of my high school.
All right. TK.
Yes. Yeah. But yeah, so that's the only one in comedy that I got with, and it was a lot of fun.
That's great. That is great. Well, I don't know that I can talk about my tawdry, seedy experiences in the world of comedy. I've had some. They were delightful. To all the men I've loved before who have wandered in and out my door.
You don't have to name names.
No, I don't need to name names. Let me see. There was grumpy, sleepy, bashful, easy.
Easy.
Wealthy. I loved Wealthy. Wealthy was great.
How about Stinky?
Not as good as Funny. I loved the Funny. Let me tell you, Funny was my favorite.
Oh my God! So when you first got to the Comedy Store, I mean, I heard that back in those days there used to be a lot of sex happening in the club.
Yeah. Why did it stop, or did it just go to a different room?
I heard it stopped.
Well, I can't speak to that, man. I don't know. All of a sudden there's awkward silence on your podcast. I would hope it's still going on. I mean, and I understand that the greatest time for comedians, at least the old-timers will try and convince us, was, the great 80s, when a comedian could go to Vegas and maybe walk away with the keys to someone's car. That sounds like a good time. I can't imagine that it has rolled to a complete stop, nor can I imagine the time that I had at the Comedy Store was the time when the most sex happened, although I can tell you that my sex life was very rich and I enjoyed it greatly while doing comedy in Los Angeles. There are people who probably have a much richer sex life than I did. So, I mean, how can I compete with getting laid in the land of porn? I really can't. There was someone who probably professionally fucked at least 7, 8, 9, 10 times that day for the right angle, the right light. Got off work, came to the Comedy Store, and maybe fucked 3 or 4 comedians that evening. In the bathroom, on the roof, in the back seat of a car, a van. We don't know. Once again, it goes to those who know don't say, those who say don't know. But God bless the stand. God bless the stand. And, that is a wonderful exchange. If you look at theater and comedy as emotional art, it really is the highest gratification, which is why I don't understand, the returned tribute to the chuckle-fucker, which again goes back to Butterman's single, Chuckle-Fucker. A fabulous song. You've got to look it up after this podcast. I don't know if there is a version out there, a version released free of charge out there, but I do know that Butterman has posted that his single is available on iTunes and some other places. I saw it on the Hi Tonight show first with Victor Martinez Jr., who is definitely worthy of a couple chuckle fuckers. Definitely. There's a whole slew of new male comedians worthy of chuckle fuckers, whose work I really enjoy. I don't think Jeremiah Watkins sees enough chuckle fucking, and I definitely know, based on his tweets, that Jamar Neighbors feels under chuckle fucked. And that's a shame, because that man has the physique of Baryshnikov, and should be chuckle fucked on a regular basis. I think Al Bamani is a very strong voice who deserves lots of chuckle fucking fans. Arthur Hamilton, another fine comedian, definitely worthy of the chuckle fuckery. Let me see. I mean, of course, that Ahmed Ahmed and Aaron Kader and the Axis of Evil have all seen chuckle fuckers in their day. I mean, who knows? Some of these men may have married their chuckle fucker. I mean, you find the right chuckle fucker, and you're like, I just want you to chuckle me forever. And you stick with that chuckle fucker. But yeah, why why be angry at the chuckle fuckers in this world?
Yeah.
They're definitely, definitely the closest thing. I'm so busy. I'm always in the comedy club or the theater or on set. So chuckle fuckers would be best to find me there. I mean, that's one of the places I can look for my future husband is in the ranks of the male chuckle fuckers seeking to fuck the female chuckle fuckers. I mean, I'm sure there are lots of male chuckle fuckers out there with crushes on Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
The Hinchcliffe. I mean, and what about the cheesy chuckle fuckers? I mean, there are all kinds of chuckle fuckers. The world is greater with laughter.
Yeah.
Laughter and orgasm, really. Those are two of my favorite things.
Oh, mine too. Do you do any butt fucking?
Do I do any butt fucking? I think that's for my lovers to know.
Okay.
I'm not a porn actress. I'm not against butt fucking. I'm not a porn actress. Don't really want to go into what I do and do not do with my lovers. Very intimate act of butt fucking. Why? Do you have your hand in your dick and want to know if I'm into butt fucking? I hate put it.
No, but I'll take you off my list.
Yeah, man. No, I don't really, I'm into the. I want to marry someone and settle down and actually have an enriching relationship. But if I can't do that, I'll just continue to live my lonely life and make movies and have comedy. I don't really need two men on three, 4, 5 men. Those days are gone. Those days are gone. I used to give one man one breast, another man the other breast. You can imagine the rest. Like I said, I don't really want to go into the details of what I do and do not do, and who I do and do not do. It's a taboo thing for women, Tommy, to have me on this show discussing this topic at all. Is very, very controversial because, it's the dudes that get the reputation for being a badass, to have the hordes of chuckle fuckers at your feet. If I, open the door to the hordes of chuckle fuckers coming to my fan base, there are labels, there are stipulations. Someone in the business that wants to fuck me takes me off their list because they see the hordes. I get called a tease. I mean, it's all because I can't accommodate everyone. Somebody says that doesn't make me cool because dudes are easy to fuck and women are harder to fuck. I mean, it gets very political right away.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's the whole chuckle fuckery of it, can affect a woman negatively, which sucks, It's, in a way, it's kind of nice to be out in Hollywood because there are neighborhood porn stars and they are treated like everyday people, whereas, my hometown is Washington, D.C., and so while we appreciate the porn star, lots of people feel that they can't just come out and treat that person regularly. Stormy Daniels has a stigma that is difficult to get rid of, even though she's an intelligent businesswoman. Mm-hmm. She just for being forward with her body for profit is labeled many things in my hometown that L.A. would not be so quick to mind. I can't necessarily say that those labels would go away, but they're not looked upon as a bad thing here. or even really considered, I find that people in LA are much more relaxed about their sexuality than other places.
Yeah, I do have to agree with you on that. Back in April, oh my God, I was in LA for a week. I was surrounded by so many free-spirited women who were just very, open-minded.
Yeah, man. 2 turntables and a microphone. That's all I have to say. Be careful. fireside chat with Auntie Elizabeth, saying, if you're a comedian and you're new to the chuckle-fucking circuit, wrap it up, buddy. You don't know how many comedians she's been with.
Yeah.
She's going to pretend you're the only one. And you are, at the moment.
Oh, yes. So, this play that you're stage managing, have you stage managed before?
I have. I stage managed the Washington Shakespeare Company's production of Hamlet. And that was under the director Bart Whiteman, who passed away some years ago. Bart basically built Washington, D.C. theater. He made what is now known as the 14th Street Corridor and built the Source Theater of the stage. He was very involved in the studio theater. Very excellent director. It's a shame that he passed.
Yeah.
I'm excited to be working in this theater here in Los Angeles. This cast has been healing my heart from the grief of losing our friend Brody Stevens. And their musical their voices are just so lyrical. They hit these high notes effortlessly, and it's very different than being around a bunch of stand-up comedians that are filled with loathing for the world and themselves and the fuckers that love them. Unlike comedians, musical theater people are happy and little over their own eyes. When days are sad and times are stressful, they sing a song and throw ribbons about. It's pretty fun. And this is an immersive musical, which is really exciting. So if you were to make a trip down and catch our musical, you might be recruited to be a member of, competitor in the spelling bee itself on stage, or cast as someone's parent who's participating in the bee. It's a really fun musical. And I really like what Vincenzo Carubia is building. In the fall, October 23rd through the 29th, I will be judging a film festival with Vincenzo and the other Skiptown Playhouse owners, Annie Kayermina and Michelle Parks. If Jessica Pilot is in town, she may be one of our judges. Shantae Wayans may be in town. At present, we don't know. We've been asking, celebrities to join us. Vincenzo is already connected with a distributor, and submissions are open until September. And the distributor does have international connections, and we are looking for films $5 million and lower. I like what Fellini said. He was an Italian filmmaker. He said, "Give me $50, a pound of Parmesan cheese, a fan, and a cheese grater, and I will give you a blizzard." I'm from the school where you don't need, $200 million to make a movie.
Yeah.
I'm from the school of movie making where I don't pay $3 million to haul 600 tons of water into a drought-ridden area to have a submarine come in for the close-up shots and the water be drained in front of the drought-stricken people of that area. I'm not into that, man.
Yeah.
I'm into the low-budget, good-paying,
Me too.
emphasis on the talent as opposed to the special effects, low-end, high-return comedies. That's what I want to make, shoot all my life.
Me too, yeah.
But, tragedy happens so naturally. You don't really have to work for tragedy, although the Greeks might argue with you. The Greeks had side standards by which tragedy is made and side standards by which comedy is made. But I think that there are plenty more pillars with which to attach comedy, especially with our president these days, who is also an anti-chuckle fucker, man. That guy
Oh my God! Don't get me started on that. So, oh, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
I was curious. So, this theater company, where is it based?
Los Angeles on 655 North Heliotrope. And the theater is open for rentals. You can visit it at skiptownplayhouse.com. And Friday nights, at least so far, we traditionally have a night called the Goon Squad with comedians like Eric Abernante, Chelsea Blow, Roger Lopez, Victor Martinez, Albamani. The list goes on. Carl Spitale is another man worthy of many chuckle fuckers. And Arthur Hamilton also comes and works out at the Goon Squad night. And then Saturday night, especially this Saturday, July 13th, is Lila Hart's birthday podcast, and that's going to be fun. Lila Hart's Small Talk Live is a great podcast. It tapes Saturday night at 10 p.m. at the Playhouse. And the Playhouse is in its second year.
It's brand new.
Pretty exciting.
Yeah, it's brand new. It's brand new then, because I never heard of them.
Yeah, it is brand new. Yeah. It's like a big deal where we bought the rights to the 25th annual Putnam County Spelling Bee, and we're very excited to move into immersive theater. That is the direction that Annie, Michelle, and Vincenzo are moving to. We have plans this fall to launch a immersive murder mystery theater experience for folks to enjoy.
Nice.
And that's going to be super fun. It's a real intimate theater. It's only 36 seats. It's a 40-person capacity. So really, only 600 people are going to be able to see our production. We are archiving it with red cameras. If you want to use, fancy, don't want to drop technology on your podcast, we're archiving with a red camera. Fancy. And that's pretty cool. We're excited to be developing talent, to be showcasing talent intimately. Ali Trasser is just a phenomenal director. And I'm having a great time keeping everyone's head together, except for mine. It's gone somewhere. It's probably stuck on the last dick it sucked.
I love that. Oh, that's awesome.
Thank you. Here's a chuckle fucker story from my past, and I can't name names, but I'll tell you, it's a fond memory. My boyfriend, my cheating boyfriend at the time, was telling me to look for houses in L.A. He had a house in Florida, a house in Italy, a house in Washington, D.C. He was banging the Washington, D.C. housekeeper, who I hated and loathed. And I found out about it. And after explaining how it was very obvious to me that they had chemistry since her face looked like the back of his scrotum, I promptly went up to a very famous, world-famous, in fact, comedy store and told one of my comedian coworkers, friends, that I needed to suck their dick, and I was very sorry that they had a girlfriend. I understood that, but I absolutely needed to suck their dick. Revenge cocksucking is the sport. It's not well known. Nobody really brags about it, but it is definitely a sport that women engage in, and it's nice because we don't hear our own head screaming. We're too busy focusing on keeping our breath while bobbing up and down on the dick of revenge, the chosen revenge weapon, or wand of revenge, should I say?
Wow, that's pretty awesome. Are you really good? Are you really good at blowjobs?
Those who know don't say, those who say don't know. But I will tell you, I've been told I have a velvet mouth, and it's not just for the gift of gab. basically what I do down south.
Nice.
Yeah. You put your hand back on your head. Put your hand back on your head. You see what I did there? You see what I did there? Yeah, I don't get it, man, and I don't. Well, yeah, of course I do. I get the passing around of the chuckle fuckers, I get it. Whatever, man. I'm not a person that engages in like the American, ideals of crushing every dick and every pussy. I believe in quality and over quantity, but man, whatever. I'm into the monogamy, man. I want that one relationship. It's out there. I know it's out there. Every time I have a one-night stand. Kidding. Let's just rewind the podcast and go back to my disclaimer at the top of the shower. I'm going to shower you with insight on the evolution of chuckle fuckers. And so what does your ice cream chuckle fucker look like, Tommy? Blonde, brunette, redhead, ginger, does it matter?
I'm just...
Went on three of them at once.
Oh, yeah, I don't mind. I love threesomes. They're fucking awesome. I'm just happy for anybody to fuck me. I don't care what they look like.
You ever had a threesome?
Oh, I've had plenty.
And do you butt fuck?
Absolutely.
And what is it that you like about the butt fuckery?
I just love the feeling of it, I mean, it's different. It's, not very common. Not every woman is into that sort of thing. So when you butt fuck somebody who's into it, it's like a real blessing.
Well, I run a comedy workout night every Friday night at a cafe called the Gory Cultura.
Mm-hmm.
And you are welcome to bring your jokes down to my workout zone. We have folks like Hugh Moore, who writes for network television, come through and drop sets. We have people brand new to the world of comedy that don't even know what chuckle-fucking is. So you can come test out your work there and see, take your chance at picking up a couple CFs.
Yeah, I'm trying to get down there. It's just been really tough. I was supposed to leave there yesterday. I was supposed to leave and move there yesterday, but the person I was going to stay with fucking got in trouble with the law.
And isn't that just like an LA story?
Yeah.
Always on the run, banned on the run. I fought the law and the law won.
Yeah, fuck.
A lot of cans of crazy in LA. Gotta work really hard to find the sturdy crazy and not go for the kind of crazy that can explode on you.
Yeah.
Which chuckle fuckers can be explosive and ruin someone's career,
Yeah.
So that's all I have for regarding the evolution of chuckle fuckers and the industry of chuckle fucking. I have yet to meet a professional chuckle fucker, but I think they call them hookers. They call them hookers. I was expecting a bigger laugh, but no. Okay. It's great. It's great.
Okay, so...
Well, I had a great time being on the podcast.
Yes, there's a game that I play with guests, and basically this is how it goes. I ask a question, you answer it, and then you ask me and I answer it.
Okay.
It's silly questions. Slumber party
right.
questions.
All right.
Elizabeth, are you ticklish?
Sometimes in some places. Are you?
Baby ticklish.
What is baby ticklish?
I have a knee-jerk reaction. Like, I've been known to hit people in the groin if they tickle me.
And that's called baby ticklish.
That's what I call it.
Okay, all right. I didn't know if it's like an accepted fetish term or what. I'm out of touch. All right, next question.
Is your belly button an innie or an outie?
It's an innie. It's very reclusive. Very reclusive. In fact, some people have been known to call it the bat cave.
The bat cave.
Yeah, that's how deep it goes. And you?
I have an outie, and I can butt fuck somebody with it.
Whoa. You know, that's pretty amazing. That is definitely something we should put on the dating apps, the Bumble.
Yeah, I should, actually.
Yeah, you should. I mean, you know, what is it? Zach was saying, go sitting on your face. You could go sit on my belly, but sit on my Audi. No, not my car's hood. My Audi.
Do you ever contemplate your belly button?
No. I don't give it much thought, really. And you?
Every day.
Wow. Well, I hope you come up with something in your navel service. All right, next question. And how many of them are there?
There's a few more.
Okay.
What color are your toenails painted?
They're not. Next. Oh, are yours?
They're clear colored.
Ooh, all right. Well, how fancy. All right, next question.
Is there a stinky smell that makes you gag?
Oh, there are so many. Tear gas. All right, and you?
I had really bad athlete's foot a couple years ago.
Oh, enough said.
Yeah.
All right, next question.
How old were you the first time you got finger banged?
9th grade.
9th grade.
And you?
I was 12 the first time I fingered a girl.
Oh, all right. But you've not been on the receiving end.
Oh yeah, I got my prostate milked for the first time when I was like 17.
Dang, Nectity. That sounds good.
Yep.
Were you funny then? Is it qualified as a CF experience?
A what experience?
CF?
CS.
Chuckle-fucking? Oh, all right.
Oh, chuckle-fucking.
All right. Okay, 2 more questions.
I don't have any more questions. But,
okay, great. All right, fantastic. Well, I had a great time being on your show.
Oh, actually, wait a
Thank
second.
you so much.
Oh, wait a second. I thought of something. Have you heard any good jokes lately?
Have I heard any what?
Any good jokes lately?
Oh, yes. Absolutely. As I said before, check out Alpamani, Conale. Jamar Neighbors is crushing it. Check out his verse battle. And, of course, the biggest joke I know of is in the Oval Office. And there is a very long punchline for him. A very long punchline. I can't think of very few Americans that don't want to hit him.
Okay, I have a joke for you.
Okay.
How do you make a wife scream twice?
I don't know.
First you fuck her up the ass, and then you wipe your dick on the curtain.
I was going to guess you don't take out the garbage and you don't do the dishes. But that's clearly mine was objective and yours was funnier. That's all right.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you. I enjoyed it. I'm Elizabeth Croydon, and once again, really, you've got to check out Butterman's new single, Chuckle-fucking. It is what this episode should be. And with that, I wish you lots of health and wealth, Tommy.
Oh, thank you, Elizabeth.
I'm looking forward to seeing you when you come to town.
Oh, I'm looking forward to seeing you too. Thank you so much, Elizabeth, and you have a
You're
great
very welcome.
night. Okay, have a good night. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Well, there you have it. Elizabeth Croydon. Ain't she a sweetheart? Yes, she is. Very funny, very raunchy. I love her. I love her honesty, her great stories, and if I ever fucking get out to LA, it'll be great to see her. If you like this video, everyone, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Add me as a friend on Facebook. Join my Tommy Kovac comedian page on Facebook. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram and all that fun stuff. Well, that's all time we have this week on Splat from the Past. Until next time, this is Tommy Throwback Kovac saying, there's no shame in living in the past, because the present sucks. Oh yeah, if there's any aspiring comedians out there, get yourself a chuckle-fucker, okay? Later, dudes.